Based on reports coming from the government of Jamaica, 94 individuals have received the pandemic vaccine outside of an appointment. Prime Minister Andrew Holness revealed that in under 2 weeks, 94 persons who did not have appointments have received the pandemic treatment. It is exactly the opposite of the instructions that were given by the Prime Minister before the rollout of the treatment for Phase 1. He had mentioned that there would be consequences for officials who facilitated breaches with the pandemic treatment. Prime Minister Andrew Holness mentioned that the Permanent Secretary and the Minister of Health and Wellness would be able to give some information and indication as to what he did after this information was presented. He says that there is a process of reinforcement and they have gone through that process of reinforcement. Holness also said that the Health Ministry had been issuing circulars to all persons administering pandemic treatment, instructing that they abide by the schedule. He says that they are not tolerating these breaches. He said that he is now certain that the policy direction is clear, that people must wait their turn. As at Saturday, 24,502 persons were in receipt of the first doses of the AstraZeneca pandemic treatment. Each person requires 2 doses, 8 to 12 weeks apart. Minister Tufton said that Jamaica is now at 1% of its pandemic treatment target of 2 million. Healthcare workers, the police, and members of the military have so far received their first pandemic treatment, as well as some elderly persons. On Monday, the Health Ministry began accepting applications for persons 75 years and older. The granddaughter of an 84-year-old woman has been charged in relation to her passing. Police detectives have detained the granddaughter of an 84-year-old woman who used a sharp instrument to cause harm to her grandmother at her home in Smithfield near Cross Keys in Manchester last Monday. Advara Wilson Palmer was found on the ground in a chicken coop behind her house. Residents alerted the police after she was seen with multiple holes in her upper areas. The police are appealing to anyone who may have any information that can assist with their investigations to make contact with the Mandeville CIB or use the police 119 emergency number. Attorney at law Michael Lorne has been fined $750,000. He is now a disbarred attorney at law, and he has been fined in relation to getting items or actions being done under false pretense. Lorne was found guilty by Parish Judge Jacqueline Wilcott in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Friday. Lorne was freed of 5 false pretense-related charges. He was freed of 2 counts of false documents, 2 counts of uttering false documents, and 1 count of planning to take a no-case submission by his lawyer, Abel John Foote, under false pretense. Foote said that today that Lorne will be challenging his charges and that, of course, they believe that they have an appeal of significant merit due to the evidence presented. In response to the outcome and the decision to the appeal, Lorne said that all payments have been satisfied and he is abiding by his attorneys at law. The charges against Lorne stem from the sale of a property in Rockfort, East Kingston in 2011. The allegations were that Lorne had transferred documents in a false manner and a sale agreement in order to effect the sale of a $6 million property. Mr. Lorne has denied these allegations. The property had belonged to 2 siblings and Lorne had represented one of them. In 2015, the other sibling complained that she did not sign any documents in relation to the property and did not receive any payment. A handwriting expert gave evidence at the trial. Following his testimony, Foote argued that there was no evidence from the complainant that she interfaced with the handwriting expert and identified the documents to him. Foote further argued that there was no evidence that Mr. Lorne made the false documents or knew that they were false as required by the Act, nor did he knowingly plan with anyone to take anything under false pretense from the complainant. The parish judge agreed and upheld the submissions, freeing Lorne of those charges. In relation to the false pretense charge, the complainant has been paid her share in the property. foot in his mitigation plea, asked the judge to be lenient on Michael Lorne. The judge, in imposing a fine, pointed out that the maximum time under the Act was 7 years. Lorne was disbarred by a disciplinary panel of the General Legal Council in 2017, following a hearing into a complaint into the alleged handling of transactions concerning the sale of the same property in East Kingston. Lorne was found guilty of professional misconduct. Lorne has appealed, and attorney-at-law Bert Samuels, who is representing him, says that the judgment has been reserved by the Court of Appeal. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the matters that have been discussed in this session. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Be safe, and goodbye.